What's up, YouTube? Another Diablo 4 loot video. We're going to be in Skosglen at the Braystag waypoint. We're heading up to the Vault of the Forsaken. Quick and easy to get to once you mount up. We're going to enter the dungeon, and this is a mini dungeon split into 3. Section 1, slay all enemies. The map is going to be in a rectangle, so if you follow the straight path and then hook up the middle, you should be able to take out all the mobs with very minimal backtracking. There are fairly decent elite spawns here as well, and the mobs don't really have any major mechanics that you need to keep an eye out for, especially here in Section 1. Now, luckily in this footage when I was recording, we ran into the Butcher. I'd already ran this dungeon about 3 or 4 times just to get the pathing down before I recorded, so I was happy to run into him. The loot he drops is nothing exciting, but it is cool killing him. He used to give me a bit of a hard time when I was a lower level, but now that I'm running a fairly decent spec and I've got fairly good self-heals, I can kind of sit there, pressing M1, take him down nice and quickly. He'll drop a legendary for us. Once he's dead, it's the only time you're going to backtrack. We're going to hook up here to the right, and we're going to kill the rest of these mobs. The best thing about slay all enemies is just keep an eye on the minimap up the top, because every now and then you'll get a straggler. Luckily in this dungeon, most of the mobs are bulked up together, so you don't really need to chase any mobs. There's none of those harpies that fly backwards, and there's nothing that none of those Forsaken that res other ones that are off screen. We just got a unique drop there, which is pretty cool. So I just went straight and then hooked down the middle again, and we're going to go backwards down here, hit the pylon, take out these mobs. The next part of the dungeon is just a little mini event. This is random. I've ran this 4 or 5 times already, and it's been that 4 out of the 5 times, to be honest. So 2 seconds to take out that elite mob moving into the next part of the dungeon. Now, there's quite a few elite spawns here, but we're mostly looking for the minimap up the top to find a skull mob. You'll see in the footage here, I ran up here because that's generally where one does spawn, but it didn't in this run through. You can skip all of these mobs unless you run into champion and elite packs. You don't need to kill them because their loot tables are pretty poor. We're going to take out this elite, drop a couple of nice items for us. Now up here, if I kept going straight, I would have ran into the boss's room and had to backtrack. We don't want to do that. So we're going to hook back left here until we find the last 2 named mobs so we can get the key and get into the boss's room. Going to take out that elite pack. We're going to move down. It's easy to find these mobs because they're a skull up on the minimap. So if you keep your eyes up, focus up the top right, you literally cannot miss them. Now, I popped an event here. This event sucks. It's the last stand. You've got to keep them alive. With this build, I don't really have the AoE to take mobs out. They just go straight for the NPCs and kill them. So I just skipped it. Going to hit this pylon, head down, kill the last guy. We're going to pick up his key. Now that he's dead, we're going to head into the boss's room. Boss is really straightforward. No real major mechanics to look out for. You'll see that I delete her pretty quickly with all my cooldowns up. Wham bam, catch you later, hag. Nice and simple. A mob runs after me. I'm going to take him out as well. Bang. And then we're going to teleport out, and I'll show you what loot I got in the run through. Generally a full inventory when you run through this. Got lucky with a unique as well as a legendary. I've had up to 5 legendaries drop in this run as well. So yeah, nice and easy. Quick dungeon. Easy pathing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out, legends.